When Kurt Newman retired in June as President and Chief Executive Officer of Children's National Hospital in Washington, D.C., he was celebrated in the city and well beyond for his legacy of unwavering focus on children and their families. He is recognized as a visionary leader in pediatric care and research, and he transformed Children's National Hospital into a national and international leader in children's health.
I've just loved being able to take care of kids, to make sure that the children of our community have what they need.
When Newman came to Duke as a medical student in the mid-1970s, after earning a bachelor's in political science at that other blue school down the road, his plan was to become a cardiologist.
I had just a tremendous experience in terms of surgery. Dr. Sabiston was the chief of surgery. There were all these great role models.
Another valuable mentor was this year's fellow awardee, Bob Lefkowitz, whose lab Newman worked in during his third year. Newman's research required multiple blood samples, which he frequently collected from his lab mates. Because he was always on the prowl for his next victim, Lefkowitz nicknamed him Needle Newman. It was during his surgical residency at Harvard's Brigham and Women's Hospital and Boston Children's Hospital that he discovered his passion for pediatrics.
And I just fell in love with the idea that you could put surgery together with children and families. That was the icing on the cake.
He arrived at Children's National as a pediatric surgery fellow in 1984 and rose to become chief of surgery and a tenured professor of surgery and pediatrics. During this time, he established himself as a leader in pediatric surgery. In 2011, he was named president and CEO of Children's National, and within a few years, Children's National had moved into the top 5 in the U.S., and its neonatal intensive care unit was named #1 in the nation for an unprecedented 6 years in a row.
One of my proudest moments at Children's National is being able to create a new campus, and it's a bustling hub of science and research and innovation for children.
Newman secured a grant from the United Arab Emirates and created the Sheikh Zayed Institute for Pediatric Surgical Innovation.
We began attracting the best talent, scientists, surgeons, anesthesiologists, and tried to really think about how we could make surgery for children and families better, and that it's working.
Newman is a former chair of the Children's Hospital Association, which encompasses all 200-plus children's hospitals in the U.S. He helped to guide the nation's children's hospitals and influence state and federal policy. He says he's most proud of elevating the need for more mental and behavioral health services for children.
We were motivated together to then change the policy on Capitol Hill or in state legislatures and try and make a big impact for children with mental and behavioral health needs.
In addition to writing a New York Times best-selling book, Newman was recently inducted into the Washington Business Hall of Fame. In 2022, he was named Washingtonian of the Year by Washingtonian Magazine, and in 2021, he was named the CEO of the Year by the Washington Business Journal. But his most treasured prize are the letters he has received from patients and their families whose lives he has profoundly impacted.
It's so gratifying, and it's why I went into medicine in the first place.
Newman and his wife Allison, a neonatal nurse practitioner who he met when he first arrived at Children's National, have 2 sons. Though he admitted he favors the Tar Heels on the basketball court, Newman's commitment to Duke is evident. He spent 12 years on the Duke Medical Alumni Council, including 2 years as president.
When it comes to medicine and science and my career, I'm wholeheartedly in the Duke camp. I mean, it was just such a great and transforming experience, and I owe a lot to Duke in a number of ways.